right, here's the video review for Fans Hobby MB-24A Dark Strike, part of their Master Builder line, companion to Fright Storm, and a repaint of Lernaean. Yeah, it is the US Colors version of Darkwing, which I can't say Darkwing anymore because Darkwing Duck, I guess, would be my guess. Anyway, he's Jet. Very nicely made and proportioned Jet, and we're not going to go over all the transformation steps this time. We just did Lernaean within the last couple of weeks, and that video is just right down there, a couple videos down in the playlist here. So I'm not going to go through the whole transformations process since it is exactly the same as Lernaean. He's just in different colors this time around. Now, I didn't think that they were going to, because he came out so quickly after Lernaean, because they share a mold, I was not expecting there to be any fixes. Did they do it intentionally? I don't know, but there's a couple issues that I had with Lernaean that I don't have with Dark Strike, which is really nice to see as well. It does come with the replacement torso for Fright Storm's power driver, which I have already swapped out. You can see that the chrome bit of the engine here is much thicker on the original than on the replacement. You can kind of see it, but we'll show it off a little bit later. But I have already swapped that out for the they're ball joints, and you just gotta pop the ball joints off on the arms and legs, pop them into the new torso, and you're done. Dark Strike does come with his power driver. This mask, it makes me think of like maybe Miles Mayhem's mask from Mask with that big visor on it. But yeah, little power driver, ball joint shoulders, hinge elbows, ball joint legs, hinges there at the top of the thigh, and then a hinge at the knee. Mostly just for the transformation of, although I guess the arm, the elbow joint is nice. You turn him into an engine. And then these panels right here, there's a little divot so you can get your fingernail under the panels. Right here at the top edge, and flip them up. There we go, flip them up. And then there's a slot for the power driver right there. Now the power driver does not unlock any transformation features, just like on Fright Storm. On the original toys, you had to have these plugged in, or at least push in the button that they pushed in order to activate the transformation. That is not the case on these. And you do have to have him out. You actually have to have him out to facilitate some of the transformation on these. But yeah, there he is with his power driver in. And then just real quick, here he is in jet mode with Fright Storm. We'll get up a little higher here just so you can see them together. Nice big chunky jets, very fun to fly around the kitchen or the living room or whatever. But yeah, we'll show off some of the improvements here as we go. It's mostly related to the combined jet mode connection and the knees, but yeah. So like I said, we're not going to focus on the transformation. I'm going to take a minute to combine these jets, and then we'll show off the big combined form Dreadwing. All right, and here now is Dreadwing, the combined mode of the two of them. You can see they connect like that with the guns and everything. It's a very hefty, very large combination of these two. The connections tab onto the tail up here, and then there's a connection down here at the waist where where Dark Strike plugs into Fright Storm down here in his waist. But yeah, it's a nice big, actually that wing, there we go. But heavily armored. It's a weird looking jet combination. It always has been, even from the days of G1. But you can in fact combine them into some sort of weird intergalactic transport jet weapon platform thingy. But yeah, very heavy. But just kind of neat that you can do it. And like I said, one of the improvements that I've noticed on this, and I don't know if they physically changed anything on the mold or if it's just, maybe it was just my copy, although it sounds like it wasn't just my copy based on talking to people. But if you disconnect these up here, with Lernaean and Destroyer, when I would separate these, this clip down here would, right here on Dark Strike, would end up coming off and staying in this port on Fright Storm, and it was a pain. You had to kind of pry it out because there was no way to really get a grip on it to pop it out of there, and the clip was strong enough that it was hard to do. And I don't know if they changed anything about the clip or what, but as you can see, came right off, no issues, just popped right off, and I haven't had any problems with it remaining in in Fright Storm at all in the 3 or 4 times I've combined them, which is nice. Anyway, that's one improvement. We're going to get this guy in robot mode, and then we'll show off all the features there. And here we are in robot mode, and you can see, very striking. I love how they've made the wings. You can collapse, you can flip the longer wings, the side, whatever, the wings out. You can have them flipped up so they're up, kind of like the Power of the Primes version if you want. But I really like this kind of starbursty pattern with the different colors of the wings on his back and the way they made those look. It's really nice. Again, same figure as Lernaean, but with obviously with teal instead of red. I think that's the only major change on the colors with these guys. But I've put all the stickers on. You can see I've also put some Toy Hacks labels on because that's what I do. I even put them on the wings and the nose cone. Because that's one of the ways you know that, like, I have officially claimed this is staying on my shelf and this is mine, is that I've put Toy Hacks labels on them if they don't come with them. But he's got all the same posability and features as Lernaean. He's got the ball jointed head. He's got the ratcheting shoulders side to side, and then hinge swivel there. He's got a waist swivel, posable fingers, all that good stuff. Now, one of the other things that I talked about improvements, his knees, you can see on Lernaean I had an issue where these knees would collapse very easily, and it's almost too far the opposite direction. They're very clicky. They actually click into place as you pull them down, and you kind of got to give them a little bump to get them to collapse going back to jet mode. But that is a problem that is a minor issue that I will take for the improved stability there in the knees. But just really lovely figure all around. Again, same mold as Lernaean with a few fixes. He does still have those little flip out tabs here to hold these in place on the back that I have not engaged here because, as you can see, the mechanism is stiff enough to support, actually should be a little lower, to support these standing up on the back. So I haven't messed with them. They're very tiny and they're hard to get to engage fully. Like, even when you manage to get the tab lined up and pushed in, you almost reach a point where it's just hard to do. It's tiny. And even when you get it tabbed in, it doesn't, just pushing it in, like, you can't really get your finger in there. Like, I'm trying to do it. It's not fun. And like you can see, even with them not engaged, those wings are still pretty securely in place on the back. They're not gonna flop or go anywhere. So it's just kind of a, why bother? Why put yourself through that frustration? Just for quick size and history comparison, here he is with his G1 self. And here he is with the Power of the Primes version. And again, that's what I was talking about. If you want to have the wings up like this, you can flip those things back, or flip the wings on his back upwards in the same way you would for the combined jet mode, to have them displayed like that over his back if that's what you prefer. So yeah, there he is with his past selves. And we'll slide him over here and we'll get his partner out. Get Fright Storm out here to see him side by side. These are lovely. Like I said, Fright Storm was probably one of my most anticipated third-party figures until I had him in my hand. He is still tops for me. Like, I love having him on display. He has not left display at all. He's been right here on the center of my little display / review table since he arrived. Partly waiting for his partner, but also because I just love Fright Storm. I love Dreadwind. I like that figure. I've always liked his design. I like his head design. It's kind of prime-ish, but still the bad guy. There's just a lot of things I like about him. Always have. And so to have these really nice, detailed, posable, fun versions to play with is just fantastic. And again, just for the sake of the history lesson, let's go ahead and get G1 and Power of the Primes out over here. And then also, just to get out G1 and Power of the Primes over here as well. Just so you can see them. There is a BotCon version of Dreadwind that was made from the Jetfire mold. We never got a matching Darkwing to go with it. I do still have him somewhere. I don't know why I can't find him. I have found his paperwork. I have his bio card and his missiles and a little baggie and the instruction sheet. Can't find the figure, and it's driving me crazy. But yeah, so there is all of them together. But big fan of this duo, and super stoked to have a version of them from Fans Hobby. They're nice, they're big, they're solid, they're posable, and they just look friggin' cool together. So yeah, glad to have him. Glad he's finally arrived, even more so than Buster, or than Destroyer and Lernaean. Frightstorm and Darkstrike, gonna live on my shelf, I don't know how long, and probably until I'm dead, which may be sooner than later, but you know what? That's how life works. Anyway, there is MB-24 Darkstrike. Very cool, fantastic addition to my shelf. Can't wait to just, I'm gonna find like I'm gonna say pride of place, even though that phrasing drives me nuts on the repair shop. But anyway, I'm gonna find a nice place for them to really just shine somewhere in my house, because I'm very happy with them. MB-24 Darkstrike from Fans Hobby. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. It's almost Valentine's Day, so I hope you have a great Valentine's Day on Wednesday. If you celebrate, and if you're not celebrating this year, then I hope you enjoy a day to yourself and have a great time, because you know what? Not everybody needs somebody to be happy, and I hope that is you, and that I hope you're all doing well. Really, it's been, everybody got sick here in this house over Christmas with different diseases. I got COVID. My wife got something not COVID, but not what my daughter had. My daughter got something that was not COVID, not that respiratory thing that's going around, RSV, I think. Wasn't strep, wasn't the flu, just sick. She finally stopped coughing about a week ago. So we all just kind of went through the ringer around Christmas, and we're all feeling better now, and I hope you are too. I hope you're not getting hit by anything. Anyway, now I'm kind of rambling, but I do hope you're all well. Thank you for all of you who continue to watch and hang out here on the channel and listen to me ramble for a little bit, because it's been fun doing it for the last, 17 years. So yeah, it's been a bit of a trek. 2009, maybe it's only 16 years. I don't know. It's been a while. A lot of you, I get a lot of comments now. It's like, I remember watching this video of yours back when you posted it when I was a kid, and it makes me feel a little old, but you know what? I'm getting old, and seeing all of you all grow up and go on and doing great things is also very cool. So I always like it. Even if it makes me feel old, I'm always happy to see that things that I did over a decade ago are still resonating with you as adults as you move into the world. I'm a little melancholy. My daughter is going to college in the fall. Nibley is going to college in the fall. She got accepted. We're paying tuition. We're not paying tuition yet, but we've put the deposit down on tuition and room and board. We've got orientation next week. Come see the campus, although the campus is not too far away. So, but yeah, it's just a different phase of life, and getting a little melancholy here on my channel. Didn't mean to. Hope you all are well. Take care. Again, thanks for watching. MB-24 Darkstrike. If you like Fans Hobby stuff, he is one of their better figures. Like I said, he probably right now, I don't know how I'd rank him. He's not, obviously he doesn't beat Frightstorm. Frightstorm's still my favorite. He's maybe a close second, maybe a third, maybe double dealers up there. I don't know. Anyway, very solid figure. Pick it up. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Have a great Valentine's Day. Have a great week. And I'll talk to you soon.